DCSL started out as a subunit of Akintola Williams Deloitte, as it was known then. It's now Deloitte, and it was under the tax unit, tax advisory, and essentially it was just a department. At some point, there was a global review. The big four firms typically have global reviews from time to time. So there was a global review, and the reviewers determined that we couldn't continue to carry on as a unit, because essentially the services that were providing at the time were services that would put the firm as auditors in conflict. So there was a separation, but that initial separation was, to all intents and purposes on paper, because we still had we had access to Deloitte resources, we had access to Deloitte emails, and we continued to function as an affiliate of Deloitte at the time. There was another review which then determined that we could no longer even function as an affiliate, and we had to have our own separate infrastructure, separate resources. We had to get off the Deloitte email. During that first review, we had to change our name from DCC Resources to Deloitte Corporate Services. Still had the Deloitte name, but subsequent to that, there was another review which now then compelled us to completely stop using the Deloitte name. It was a major blow for us, because we thought we were part of a global brand, we're getting some of the benefits of being part of, a top tier accounting firm. So we changed our name. It was a bit of a struggle. Like I said, we had been trying to build a brand around the Deloitte name, and so we retained the acronym, the DCSL, Deloitte Corporate Services, DCSL Corporate Services. Sometimes people ask us, what does DCSL mean? And I said, well, the same way you don't ask KPMG what KPMG means, just live with it. So we transformed to DCSL Corporate Services. But 10 years down the line, it was important for us to do a brand refresh, just to refresh our colors and to keep our brand alive and refreshed. So we did that rebranding in 2023, which saw us change our brand name and the logo, essentially the colors of the brand, but we retained our name. So it was just the logo and our brand colors, like I said, to refresh the brand and to give ourselves a new lease of life, as we were. Okay, so our core values were carefully and meticulously thought out. We all agreed those core values together, and they have impacted how we have carried ourselves over the years. So our core values are integrity. It speaks to the integrity of our actions. They meet public scrutiny, and also it means that we're consistent in whatever it is that we do. There's also professionalism. I think that's the hallmark of every DCSL professional. We're professional in all that we do in our relationship with our clients. There's accountability. Everybody's accountable for what they do. Respect for self and others. I think again that's another core value which everybody sort of aligns with at DCSL. We respect ourselves, but more importantly, we respect other people as well. There's teamwork, and I think that there's nothing we can do, without working as a team. So there isn't an I or a me at DCSL. A lot of what we do in groups, in teams of 2, 3s. So teamwork is a core value that we all live by at DCSL. So those are core values, and they're not just written on our walls, as some people would think, but we actually live them. So when I joined the firm, it was essentially a one-service firm, and that service was primarily a company secretariat. And the majority of the clients that I met on ground at that time were clients of Deloitte, the firm. So DCSL or DTT as it then was providing company secretarial services to clients of Deloitte. But after the separation, it became clear that we needed to bring on board so many other services, just to ensure that we remained profitable, and also the needs of our clients, started to grow, and as our clients' needs grew, we also had to grow along those lines. So our services, we're now a multi-service firm, and our services, of course, are multifaceted. So we have the company secretariat, which is still remains a mainstay, but we are also leaders in the governance space, and our governance services expand to include board evaluation, board appraisals, remuneration benchmarking, research, and director selection, non-executive director selection. We also have ATR, that's executive talent recruitment, which entails recruiting executives at different levels, different cadres, um, senior level management, and sometimes some junior staff as well. Then of course we have the DCSL Academy, which is our training arm. It used to be a unit, but it's now a full-fledged academy. I will provide different kinds of training, local, offshore, director level, management level training, open enrollment, bespoke training. And then there's of course our immigration services, which is a subset of our business advisory units. That is also one of the mainstays services that we provide, and it entails providing expatriate quota approvals and renewals for expatriate clients, visa on arrival, temporary work permits. The own gamut of immigration services is what we do provide. DCSL in the next 5 years, first of all, I think we've done extremely well given the length of time that we've been around. We've become a recognizable brand, and I'm proud to say that indeed that's something that we fought very hard for. So in the next 5 years, I see us being included in that top, the big four. So maybe one of the big four will drop, and we will be one of the big four, or it will now be a big five. But clearly, we're not going to play in the fringes anymore. I don't think we're playing in the fringes now. It's just that the edge that the big four have over us, I think will surmount throughout the next 4 years, because we'll actually now then begin to become a global brand. First of all, we'll see ourselves in the next 5 years expanding beyond Nigeria, clearly into the rest of Africa, but with some opportunities as collaboration. Clearly, we'll see ourselves becoming a global brand.